Hey, and welcome. Today, we're going to jump into a topic that is totally shaking up the way we think about work, the freelance economy. And trust me, it's way more than just a buzzword. It's a huge shift in our careers and our lives. So, what's behind this massive change? Let's get into it.
I mean, come on, who hasn't, right? The idea of setting your own schedule, picking the projects you actually care about, and not answering to anyone but yourself, that's the dream. And that dream, it's right at the heart of this whole freelance revolution.
Okay, but before we get too far ahead of ourselves, what exactly is a freelancer? You hear the term thrown around all the time, so let's lock in a really clear, simple definition.
So, the most important thing to get here is that a freelancer is an independent professional. Think about a graphic designer, a writer, or maybe a business consultant. They aren't an employee in the way we usually think of one. They're more like a business of one, offering their skills on a project-by-project basis.
And this right here, this is the bottom line. When you're a freelancer, every single part of the operation, the marketing, the sales, the accounting, and, actually doing the work, it all falls on you.
To really wrap your head around what it means to be your own business, it's super helpful to put it side by side with a classic 9-to-5 job. So let's break down the big differences. What you're looking at here is the fundamental trade-off. With a traditional job, you get stability, right? Your company tells you what to do, they give you the laptop, you get that steady paycheck, and you get benefits. A freelancer, on the other hand, trades all that stability for autonomy. You get to call the shots on your schedule and what you work on, but you have to use your own equipment, you have to constantly find your own clients, and you're on the hook for your own health insurance and paid time off.
So we've got the what down, but what about the why? Why has this become such a massive deal? Why does it feel like suddenly everyone you know is either freelancing or thinking about it?
Well, the answer really boils down to scale. This isn't just a small trend for a few creative types anymore. We are talking about a major, massive economic shift. And the sheer number of people doing it, well, that tells the whole story.
Just look at this number for a second. 64 million. That's how many people in the US were estimated to have done some kind of freelance work last year. To put that in perspective, that's more than a third of the entire American workforce. It's huge.
And this isn't just some blip on the radar. The trend is crystal clear, and it's been consistent. The numbers are only going up. Year after year, more and more people are choosing to work for themselves, either full-time or as a side hustle.
So, what's lighting the fire under all this? It's really a mix of a few key things. Technology is obviously a big one. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr make it unbelievably easy to find clients anywhere in the world. Then you've got the rise of the gig economy. Think Uber or DoorDash, which has made project-based work feel normal. Plus, there's just this huge cultural push for more flexibility, and at the same time, companies are realizing it's often smarter to hire a specialist for a single project than a full-time employee. But of course, let's get real for a second. The reality isn't always working from a laptop on a beautiful beach like you see on Instagram. The freelance life is really a constant balancing act between these two giant forces, the incredible freedom you gain and the heavy responsibility you have to take on.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly sums up that core trade-off. The dream that pulls everyone in is that freedom, but the price you have to pay to get it is a whole new level of personal responsibility.
So let's really unpack this. The freedom part is amazing, no doubt. You choose your own clients. You work when and where you want. You are your own boss. But, and this is a big but, on the flip side of that coin, you're responsible for everything. Choosing your clients means you have to constantly be out there finding them. A flexible schedule means no paid sick days. And being the boss, it means you're also the IT guy, the accountant, and the head of sales, all rolled into one person. Which brings us to our final and maybe the most crucial point of all. Being a successful freelancer isn't just about being good at what you do, it's about adopting a whole new way of thinking. This is the one thing you really have to get. You have to stop thinking like an employee who just completes a list of tasks and start thinking like an entrepreneur who is running a business. Your skill is your product, and you are in charge of the entire operation.
A great way to think about this is that you're pretty much always wearing 3 different hats. First, you're the expert. That's you doing the actual work, designing the website or writing the article. Then you've got to be the marketer, the one who's networking and pitching to make sure you have work next month. And finally, you're the CEO, sending invoices, tracking expenses, and planning for the long term. Juggling all 3 of those roles, that's the real job of a freelancer. So as more and more people move to this model, it forces us to ask some pretty big questions, doesn't it? Is that traditional 40-year career at one company basically a thing of the past? As freelancing becomes more normal, what does that mean for stuff like retirement or healthcare or even how we define what a job is. The freelancing economy, it isn't just a trend,